Welcome back. Now, before we go to our next story, here is some trivia. Which of these cats is the largest in the world? Is it the tiger, leopard, lion, or the cheetah? The answer is the tiger. It is the largest in the world. A non-profit sanctuary devoted to rescuing and housing exotic felines, rehabilitating injured or orphaned native wild cats. Rosquites reports.
Aslan from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Richard Parker from The Life of Pi, and Bagheera from The Jungle Book. All of these are the beloved feline companions of the protagonists of those popular books. Even though they are fictional characters, the authors gave these felines an important role in their books to symbolize man's important connection with these animals. Now switch to reality, where felines are captured and used for man's entertainment, some even being turned into fur coats, and some, simply put, abused. Big Cat Rescue, an accredited sanctuary located in Tampa, Florida, takes a stand to end the abuse, private possession, and trade-in of exotic cats by sheltering them one feline at a time.
Big Cat Rescue is an accredited sanctuary, and we started in the early 90s pretty much by chance. Our founder, Carol Baskin, owned a lot of the property that we have for the sanctuary now, about 45 acres at the time. So she went to an animal auction nearby here, and while she was waiting for the llamas to come up for bid, there was someone auctioning off a young bobcat. It was terrified, it was clinging to the man on the stage, and a man next to Carol in the audience was actually bidding on the bobcat. And he said, actually, I'm a taxidermist. So she was horrified at the idea that this man was going to win this bobcat, take him out, club him to death, and make him a den decoration. So she made sure that she was the highest bidder for the young bobcat. She brought him home, named Windsong, and that's kind of how the sanctuary started. She ended up going to Minnesota and shutting down every fur farm in America. And she ended up with, at one point, 56 bobcat kittens and lynx kittens. She brought them all back here to Tampa, and it's just really started from there. So you can have these cats, unfortunately, anywhere in the United States. Just happen to be Tampa.
Though a sanctuary for felines, Big Cat Rescue does not promote their organization as a zoo.
We have a 501c3 nonprofit, meaning that we get no government funding. Most zoos are for-profit, so they have a board of directors they have to answer to, and they need to make a profit. They're also quite different in the way they treat their big cats. Their big cats are pretty much on display during the hours that the zoos are open, but then they're tucked away and locked away at night in tiny windowless night houses. And that's especially cruel, we believe, because cats are nocturnal. They want to be out and around and checking things out. We are pretty much run by volunteers. They do almost all of our tours. So in order to have enough volunteers, we have to know how many people are coming, basically. Occasionally we can accommodate walk-ins, but most of the time we do sell out. And we take about 20 people at a time per volunteer for a walkout.
Big Cat Rescue also ensures safety for their animals as well as the safety of their visitors.
Every single day, a keeper has to visually see each of the cats, and they check them out to see if anything's wrong. Are they limping, or did they not eat, or do they not find any feces? We track all of that on Google Docs on the computers, and a report goes to our founder, our president, and our 2 volunteer vets if it's something that needs to be checked out right away. And if so, someone will come out, look at the cat, and it may be decided that, okay, something is definitely wrong with this cat. We need to get them into the hospital today. And we have an on-site hospital. We have full capability to do, x-rays, major surgeries.
So this is a first for EBC, everybody.
Cool.
First.
Yeah.
Very close encounter.
This is Manny. He's a 12-year-old Jaguar. You can see his spots really well. But
it's like a panther. How do you tell the difference?
There's actually no such cat as a panther. The only
Really?
black cats are black jaguars and black leopards.
So is Panther,
It's just an overarching name, kind of like Panthera is the overarching name for big cats,
Yeah.
which includes lions, tigers, leopards, and jaguars. But to make it more confusing, here in Florida,
Yeah.
what most people would call a cougar, we call a Florida panther.
After visiting Big Cat Rescue, we discovered a profound appreciation for their mission.
The most important part of our mission is to educate people that these cats belong in the wild. They do not belong in zoos, they do not belong in circuses, they do not belong in sanctuaries, they belong in the wild. It's our greatest goal to actually go out of business because we will no longer need to rescue these cats from deplorable conditions as private pets, seized by authorities. So every single cat that's here in America has been imported and brought here for a lifetime in a cage. That's wrong. So we want people to realize, these cats belong in the wild. Don't pay to go, pet a cub or get your picture taken, do a selfie with the tiger. Sanctuaries such as ourselves, we are spreading the message. We're here for a reason because these cats have been abandoned, abused, neglected, starved, come from horrible circumstances. And, we're their last resort. We're going to take care of these cats that we have here for the rest of their lives, but they don't belong in cages.
In the ongoing fight to end the abuse of exotic cats, it's organizations just like Big Cat Rescue that keep meaningful missions alive in these interesting times. I'm Rosquites with the EBC Florida Bureau, always one with 25.